Welcome to Mental Matrix. Get used to disappointing women. It sounds harsh, maybe even cruel, but it's one of the most liberating and powerful things a man can learn. Because here's the truth. If you don't learn how to disappoint women, you'll spend your life disappointing yourself. The problem. From a young age, most men are taught to please, to avoid conflict, to be agreeable, to put others, especially women, first. But this creates a silent prison. You stop saying no because you fear rejection. You stop setting boundaries because you fear being seen as selfish. You stay in relationships you've outgrown because you're afraid of hurting her feelings. And over time, this people-pleasing destroys your confidence, your masculinity, and your sense of self. Here's the harsh reality. Every time you put her emotions above your values, every time you betray your own needs to avoid disappointing her, you train yourself to be weak. You teach her to lose respect for you. Why disappointing women is necessary? Here's the shift. A strong man is willing to disappoint women, not because he's cruel, not because he doesn't care, but because he refuses to betray himself. When you say, "No, I'm not available tonight. This doesn't align with my values. I'm not okay with that behavior." You set boundaries. You assert your standards. You stop living for external validation. Will some women be upset? Absolutely. Will some walk away? Yes. But the ones who stay, they'll respect you more. Because respect grows where boundaries are enforced. Remember this. A man who never disappoints women is a man who disappoints himself daily. The benefits of disappointing women. When you embrace this mindset, something amazing happens. You stop fearing rejection. You start speaking your truth. You become grounded and unshakable. Women feel this energy. They're drawn to it not because you're playing games, but because you're finally acting like a man who values himself. And ironically, the more comfortable you are with disappointing women, the less you actually have to, because you attract women who respect your boundaries, your time and your mission, and the drama, manipulation, and tests, they fade away. Conclusion. So get used to disappointing women. It's not about being cold or indifferent. It's about being authentic. It's about choosing long-term respect over short-term approval. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't need more nice guy. It needs more strong men. Men who lead. Men who live on their terms. Men who aren't afraid to say, "This is who I am." Take it or leave it. So ask yourself, are you willing to disappoint women? Or will you keep disappointing yourself? If you're ready to stop people-pleasing and step into your power, hit that subscribe button. Share this with a brother who needs to hear it. And remember, it's not your job to make everyone happy. It's your job to live as your most authentic self.